Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Money Talk here at Family First. We're in the series, as you may know, we're calling it Money Matters. We're talking about matters related to money because money matters. Well, right now we're doing a little mini series within the series, and we're talking about the benefits of tithing. In fact, I'm going to be listing 9 benefits of tithing, and today is number 2. So here's benefit number 2. Tithing releases the wisdom of God in every area of your life. Now, obviously, tithing releases God's wisdom over your finances, financial management. God is the master financial manager, and when we do finances His way, it releases His wisdom in our lives. But actually, wisdom goes much further than that. We know the Word of God says in Hosea 4:6, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Even Christians can suffer major heartache, loss, and destruction because of a lack of knowledge. Not because of a lack of salvation, not because of the lack of being a good person, not because they don't love Jesus, not because they don't try to do what's right, but my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is ignorance. And being saved, unfortunately, is not a cure for ignorance. So knowledge, now listen to this, is the foundation for wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge applied in your life. So knowledge is the foundation for wisdom. Without knowledge, you cannot demonstrate wisdom. We know Proverbs 1:7 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction." So the most important piece of knowledge anyone can ever have is the knowledge of the fear of the Lord. So here's the question. Okay, but how do we learn, how do we obtain the fear of the Lord? By making mistakes? That might be one way, but it's certainly not the most pleasant. You know, people say all kinds of silly things. I want to learn my lessons the hard way. Not me. I want to learn my lessons from other people. Or people say something like this, experience is the best teacher. Well, no, not really. It's just the most painful. Here's what the Word of God says. Now, this is a little long, but it's critically important. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verses 22 and 23. "You shall tithe all the yield of your seed that comes from your field year by year. And before the Lord your God, in the place that He will choose to make His name dwell there, you shall eat the tithe of your grain, of your wine, and of your oil, and of the firstborn of your flock and herd." And then it says this, "that you may learn to fear the Lord your God always." That you may learn to fear the Lord your God. One of the greatest benefits of tithing, and we're listing 9 in this series altogether, is that tithing teaches you the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Knowledge is the basis for wisdom. So tithing releases the wisdom of God over every area of your life. If you've ever made a mistake, maybe any kind of a mistake, but particularly a money mistake, made a wrong investment, purchased something impulsively, failed to do due diligence on something before you made a major investment. You know how painful those kinds of mistakes can be. Tithing is the way to connect with God in a practical manner in which it helps you to grow in your fear, in your respect, in your awesome reverence of God. And what that does, it releases knowledge in your life, which in turn releases in every area of your life the wisdom of God. So this is benefit number 2 of the 9 benefits of tithing. Tithing connects you to God's wisdom for every area of your life.